You are about to hear What Life Should Mean to You by Alfred Adler, narrated by Chris Matthews.
Chapter 1. The Meaning of Life. Human beings live in the realm of meanings. We do not experience pure circumstances. We always experience circumstances and their significance for men. Even at its source, our experience is qualified by our human purposes. Wood means wood in its relation to mankind, and stone means stone as it can be a factor in human life. If a man should try to escape meanings and devote himself only to circumstances, he would be very unfortunate. He would isolate himself from others. His actions would be useless to himself or to anyone. In a word, they would be meaningless. But no human being can escape meanings. We experience reality always through the meaning we give it, not in itself, but as something interpreted. It will be natural to suppose, therefore, that this meaning is always more or less unfinished, incomplete, and even that it is never altogether right. The realm of meanings is the realm of mistakes. If we asked a man, "What is the meaning of life?" he would perhaps be unable to answer. For the most part, people do not bother themselves with the question, or try to formulate replies. It is true that the question is as old as human history, and that in our own time, young people, and older people as well, will often break out with the cry, "But what is life for? What does life mean?" We can say, however, that they ask only when they have suffered a defeat. So long as everything is plain sailing and no difficult tests are set before them, the question is never put into words. It is in his actions that every man inevitably puts the question and answers it. If we close our ears to his words and observe his actions, we shall find that he has his own individual meaning of life, and that all his postures, attitudes, movements, expressions, mannerisms, ambitions, habits, and character traits accord with this meaning. He behaves as if he could rely upon a certain interpretation of life. In all his actions, there is an implicit reckoning up of the world and of himself. A verdict, "I am like this, and the universe is like that." A meaning given to himself, and a meaning given to life. There are as many meanings given to life as there are human beings, and as we have suggested, perhaps each meaning involves more or less of a mistake. No one possesses the absolute meaning of life, and we may say that any meaning which is at all serviceable cannot be called absolutely wrong. All meanings are varieties between these two limits. Among these varieties, however, we can distinguish some which answer better and some which answer worse. Some where the mistake is small, and some where it is large. We can discover what it is that the better meanings share in common, what it is that the worse meanings lack. In this way, we can obtain a scientific meaning of life, a common nature of true meanings, a meaning which enables us to meet reality in so far as it concerns mankind. Here again, we must remember that true means true for mankind, true for the purposes and aims of human beings. There is no other truth than this, and if another truth existed, it could never concern us. We could never know it. It would be meaningless. Every human being has three main ties, and it is of these ties that we must take account. They make up a reality for him. All the problems which confront him are in the direction of these ties. He must always answer these problems because they are always questioning him, and the answers will show us his individual conception of the meaning of life. The first of these ties is that we are living on the crust of this poor planet, Earth, and nowhere else. We must develop under the restrictions and with the possibilities which our place of habitation sets us. In body and mind alike, we must develop so that we can continue our personal lives on Earth and help to ensure the future continuance of mankind. This is one problem which challenges every man for an answer, which no individual can escape. Whatever we do, our actions are our own answer to the situation of human life. They reveal what we think necessary and fitting and possible and desirable. Every answer must be conditioned by the fact that we belong to mankind and that men are beings who inhabit this earth. Now, if we take into account the weakness of the human body and the insecurity in which we are placed, we can see that for our own lives and for the welfare of mankind, we must take pains to consolidate our answers, to make them far-seeing and coherent. It is as if we stood before a problem in mathematics. We must work to find a solution.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?